to be very quiet. I will have a mic for most of the time, geese. But in case a phone call comes in, there'll be no mic. That's how we're gonna play it. We're living life dangerously right now. Right now. How you doing, Plasma? How goes? Books. Hello. Welcome in. So, I have all of these Inktober's that need to be colored. And I have colored in the past. I have Copics. I've had them for years. I've never really done anything other than, like, I guess, take some and do the proverbial, like, throwing some spaghetti at the wall, see what kind of stays there, and that's it. And I realized that I don't know, I just really want to kind of up my game, as it were. Temporarily displaced Jenga raid. What? Hey, Gray. So I have decided that I want to try out some things that I saw on the internets, on the interwebs, on the interbutts, that deal with Copics, and see what we can do. And I want to test some things before I go straight into the original pieces and coloring them, because I am scared that I'm gonna really muck them up. Now, they've already been scanned in, so, like, worst comes to worst, I have digital scans of all of the inked pieces, and I might be able to do something like that if I'm not happy with how the original coloring turns out. But I would rather practice some coloring and try some things before we get to that point. I hope that sounds good. Also, because I messed up my days, I thought everything was a day ahead, and it wasn't. So, like, yesterday I didn't stream because I'm like, I'm not going to stream because it'll be the first day and I won't have to stream. But I thought I was going to the distillery that day, but I don't. I go to the distillery today, which makes things a little more difficult. So I kind of wanted to start a little early so that I can still get some stream time in, hang out with y'all. And also it makes sure that I actually do art today, because all I did yesterday was a couple pages of doodles and that was it. And that's not as productive as I would like it to be. Even if, you know, resting is an integral part of doing stuff and getting things done. So, if you've never used Copics before, welcome. I have had my Copics for well over a decade, and I've barely used them. I think I got decent at, like, kind of blending in tiny spaces sometimes, but I do it in a very slow way. It's a very slow build. And yeah, so I want to try it and do a couple things. We're gonna test some things. Yeah. So let's I hope everybody's doing well, by the way. I'm so rude. I'm so sorry. How are y'all doing? How's your day been? How was yesterday? Imagine doing art in 2022. 20 to 22 to two toes. It just reminds me that I need to put chapstick on. Oh, feels so much better now. Look at that. High score of the chapstick. There we go. Much snow today brings joy. Ooh, let's go. Freaking love snow. I miss snow. I was talking to some people and they were, like, posting pictures of like the autumn leaves. Like, that whole autumnal vibe I miss, because I haven't been around it in so long. I'm searching. Error. Consensus not compiled. Oh my god. Gray, you're not a robot. You're not a robot, Gray. Okay. And don't you say yet. Let's move on over here. You're not a robot, Jenga. How dare Patrick, I wish I was. Let's get rid of this thing called emotions. Let's just kick that out of the door. Beep boop bop boop. Let's move on over. Hey yo. I have the jazz music going, but I was thinking maybe we could switch over to some lo-fi garden, which I'm sure more than half of this is gonna get like freaking muted afterwards, but that's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. I just really like this playlist. In general, they add new things all the time. No one sues for jazz music, it's true. I prefer synthetic American. Oh my gosh. Wait. Hello, Dan. Hello. Welcome in. Hello. I'm sorry. Hello. So, one of the things I want to do is I just found this page and like, this is the reason I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just stream this because this is kind of fun. So because this is already, I'm on the train home, so low signal. Okay, no problems, Dan. So this is something that I didn't know about Copics. Like I knew that this meant the color family, but then I just thought it was like a weird number. But I guess this first number represents the saturation, and this represents the value, and those are like the two really, really big things. Though the thing, it says the lower the number, the lighter the color for the second number, right? And the lower the number here, the more vibrant. So let's test this. So I'm just grabbing, I'm trying to see what I have. Okay, so this is a yellow gold. And this is a yellow, okay, so these are, okay, so this is our yellow gold. And this is right next to it. This is our green, a 0, but a 2. So it's a BG2. It'd be easier if like I could just, okay, so maybe this is a group that will work. Let's see what we got here. Let's see how they set all this up. So I've got a B24 and a B32. Oh, that'll be helpful to see. And a B5, and a B29, and a B20. Okay, yeah, so this is, okay. So this is the first thing that I want to, like, kind of look into. What is value? Oh, never mind, yeah. So, there's the value scale, and then there's a saturation. So, value is light to dark, and saturation is like how vibrant or how bold the color ends up being. So let us take this off so that we can see. I can get rid of that. What? There we go. Okay. So, I'm also going to fix my microphone so I can look at what I'm doing. 1 second. Oh no. That's weird. It's never had that much of a problem trying to get back. Okay. So I've got some blues here. So I want to look into first this whole, we all know that these are blue. So that's all in the family of B. And then we're going to put it down. I first want to do it based, I'm going to do two things, and it's going to be one based on the saturation as it goes up, and then one that goes based on the value. So I've got, I'm going to put them in order first from saturation. So we got a 0. We've got 2 2s here, but one is 2 3, 2 4. This is a 2 9. This is a 3 2. I wonder if I have anything even darker for blue. This new set here. Is that you? Let me see. Yeah, I've got blue violets. I've got a B45, a B60, and it's okay. So let's get some of these out as well. This is a brand new Copic set. This is the one that I decided to purchase. I'm just trying to find something to open it. get up. Don't make me get up and get a scissors. Don't make me get up and get a scissors, darn box. Ding dang box. This is how Jenga hurts herself. Oh, this is definitely how Jenga hurts herself. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it, y'all. That's a lot of color. It is. Going headphones only because I don't want to miss my stop. Oh, of course, Dan. Do not worry about it. We are just messing around here. We are doing some explorations that I've never done before, and I'm going to be very slow at it. I know last time I streamed, somebody made comments about like, man, you're so fast when it comes to drawing this stuff, and it's like, yeah, but it's because I'm a snail at anything else. You know? I doodle all the time. Never actually, but actually completing something, that's rough. That's hard. Okay. This is so interesting. It has like, so back when I bought these, this was not a thing that came with them to like keep them separate. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, so our blues. 11 BG. So this is a BG60. This is a B63. That's a pretty color. This is a very pretty color. Night! Hello, hello. Welcome in, my dear. How are you? I'm trying to understand, this website that said that like all of this is based off of like a saturation and a value scale. 60 and then a B45. So we're gonna do some testing to see what that actually means. We're gonna do it with these blues because that's a blue-green. I wanna see what they mean. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I mean, I get why they have these little things on top here now, but like, that is wrong. Oh, no, I can't set it. Wait, set you there? Okay, I can set you there. Okay. You have to layer them up. Making a creepy new PP? What? Mess around with blending. So I know how to, in general, kind of blend with them because I've had Copics for a long time, but it's always been me kind of throwing, oh, profile pic. Oh, okay. It's always been PFP. It's always been like me kind of throwing things against the wall, and I kind of want to just do like a little, I want to look into what this website has said. So we're gonna first we're gonna do something based off of saturation level. So B05 and B23, B24, B29, B32, B63. And the piece of paper that I'm using is some of the Fabriano paper that I did all of my my Inktober's on. It was like an extra weird piece that I cut wrong. 60, and then, oh wait, no. There's a B, okay, hold on. Got a B32, a B45, a B60, and a B60. Now, the one thing is that this is only like the markers that I have available, okay? Big oof on your part, what? You're all good. So, let's see here. This is our B05. And this is supposed to be based on saturation. Some of the names that they give things is wild. I don't think. 3-2. This is, I mean, the values are all over the place. So, and that's the thing, right? It's learning the difference between the value and the saturation level. I think going off of value is way more important than this. B6 3. This looks like it's gonna be a really pretty color. Oh, look at that! That's such a pretty color. Wait, I missed something here. Oh, there's this light hydranea needs, because B29 should be the last one. So B29 and then B05. I don't know why this is so hard for my brain. And then B, this is why I don't do numbers. B6, 3, go here. That seems so weird. Like, I'm looking at what the colors are gonna lay out, and it's just very odd. So I don't know. B4, 5, then B6, 3, B2, 4, B2, 3, B3, 3, 2, then B6, 0. Okay, so if this website is correct, then now we're going to be doing it based on value. So just by looking at the numbers. So that's definitely the lightest out of all of them. Okay, this is driving, this is driving. This is where I think it's gonna get weird though. Maybe not. You know what? It might just be the cap is throwing me off here. No, because I would argue like the B24 has more value in it than B63 for sure. Like B63 should be way up higher. Yeah. Okay. So this is what, if we were going off of value, what it says it should be. But I feel like this B63, it needs to be like up, maybe not here, but like up here between those two. I think that's the only one that like is, this B63 is such a pretty color though. Like, can I just continuously say how pretty I think this color is? Light hydrangea. So pretty. So then, if we try and do something blended from these, let's try blending the B45 with the B32. So B45, B32. This is pale blue and smoky blue. First, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna do the oh no, I shouldn't. I should do the same way. So we're gonna, this is our primed piece. This is our primed side. Right there. Yeah, 63 feels, it does. It definitely feels out of place based off of like what they're saying. This chisel side here. It does feel like it's a smoother transition. It's also interesting how this paper is taking the watercolor ink after it's dried. Not sure why it's acting like that. Okay. So then let's do just, we're gonna saturate it with the ink itself. Let's go like this. definitely feel like there is more finagling that you have to do with the ink when you don't prime. When you don't pre-prime. Okay. Oh, I should have. Which ones did I do here? It was B05 and then B45, and then this was B32 to B45. So another thing I want to try is I was reading that you can use isopropyl instead of colorless blender. So we're gonna try that. Really quick and see like how good that works. It's clearly wet. So we're gonna take this pale blue. It's not supposed to do anything to your markers. Of course, I'm very nervous because, you know, I'm not using like official I don't know. I feel like it works as well. Look how like strong of a line there is there. Let me see if I can. I mean, I think at a pinch it works. I think in a pinch might work. It definitely, like, you can tell because it's isopropyl, it's like an alcohol, it's alcohol. There's like a bigger fuzz on the edges here, whereas here it's like very well defined. And it just bled differently. So that's interesting. Another way that you can apparently blend, and this is something that I found on, I fell down a scrapbooking YouTube hole. Like it's so weird when I get frustrated sometimes when I try to look up, oh, is this not on? Oh, it is on. When I try to look up tutorials, because like, I don't know, the algorithm just does weird things. This is supposed to work really good with two very opposing colors. So I'm gonna take this very, very vibrant, it's literally called spectrum green. And let's take this pink here. I'm gonna just make sure that there's ink. There's ample ink in both of them. Okay, there it is. So apparently what you can do is if you take like a dish, and I'm just gonna draw on in the ceramic dish. This is like depositing the ink, okay? We're depositing the ink right now. And because it's on ceramic, it won't dry as fast, I guess. Next, we're gonna take our pink, and I'm gonna pick up the green, okay? And we're supposed to be able to then do some sort of a transition between the two. Like you do it on, and now that we've got the pink down there, let's see what happens if we try to do it the other way. Pick up some of the pink here. Because eventually the green, oh, let's go. Heck yeah, that's hecking cool. Check that out. Check that out. Look how freaking smooth that is. What? Because eventually, like, the ink will be deposited onto the paper. So then you just have the marker color instead. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So another way that I saw people doing it was you take, it was terrible. Like the video was all like, it's tip to tip. And I'm all like, tip to tip blending. I don't know how I like that term. I don't know if I feel comfortable with it. Let's try two different colors. Let's take this And let's do an orange. Let's do, let's see, this is red, violet, 1, 4. So the value on this is a 4, and this is also a 4, so I don't want to do that. I want something that's gonna be different. Okay, so let's do a value 4 to 7, okay? So let's try again. So that's our orange. Do tip to tip, apparently. And do our pink. We're gonna go from this to this. So I'm gonna start, I'm gonna put the orange, I'm gonna go tip to tip. So weird. I don't know how I like that. I think it's more difficult to control this though, so let's see. I don't know if I like this whole tip to tip method. I like putting it on the, let me see then if I, this might be too subtle. This might be too subtle. Okay, this might be too subtle. Hold on. So, but I like going from pink to orange, so let's do a lighter pink. Let's go with, or this is just a salmon color. What is this? This is flesh, I think. Yeah. Red violet 4-2. No, that's still not what I want as an example. Blush. These are so orange. This one's almost dead. Let's see here. There we go. Let's do this. We're gonna do this one. All right, let's go. Because then we can also see like where we're actually depositing the ink. So I'm just touching this tip to this one. Okay, so now it's darker. Let's try again. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think this tip to tip method has some merit, but I think it's easier if you use the ceramic dish. I feel like there's a bit more control. Yeah, because now there's like just a little extra on the edge here that I have to like try and pull out. Let's try this again. So we've got, so we've got our bit of orange here. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna pick it up with pink, so I know exactly where it is. And let's try again. Yes, I think there's way more control when you use a ceramic dish to deposit the ink down and then you pick it up to transfer it. Look at that. That is cool. That is super cool. I wonder then if, can you over deposit colorless blender? And then put this on here so that it like, no. Well, hold on. I have a lot of it. So let's try again. 1, 2, there we go. Pulls up chair, sits and rests feet on table. Why would you sit like that? Why is it like that? Okay, so I'm diluting that. No, it doesn't really work that way. Okay, that's fine. But what we can do is we can pick up our colorless blender with a Q-tip. And then then if we use a feathering method, I'm gonna wait just a little bit so it dries a little bit so it doesn't go all over. Okay. And then if we take the blender up into and kind of recess the ink, that's another thing I'm talking about there. Ooh, that reminds me. So apparently you can do a bunch of things after it dries as well. So let's try some of that. So things that you can do is you can take the colorless blender. Oh, this is so cool. Because what it's gonna do is like put like one person like was describing that it like pushes the ink through. So you go back afterwards. Oh my gosh, this makes it look like it's like depending on how long you keep it down. Like I feel like you could do like very sparkly things with this. Like this is how you can illustrate glitter or something. Look at that! Look at this! Look at how it does this! Start sniffing the markers. Why are you sniffing the markers now, Cindy? What is the reason for sniffing them? Can you provide me an accurate reason why you need to sniff the markers? Okay, so then let's try another thing that I saw was you could do lines. This feels like magic right now. This just feels like magic. I love it. Make those ones like really harsh. Like that. And then we'll go make a decently thick one. Like that. Make a thin one next to it. And we'll make a really one here. Oh, look how it pulls it out like that. Another thing that somebody said was once it's dry, if you've colored outside the area that you want to color, you can use the colorless blender to push the ink back towards where you want it to be. It won't be perfect, but it can help a little bit. Let's see if that's true. Oh, let's go. There's still a little bit remaining, but it's definitely recessing. This one though. Oh, it is. I wonder if this is because of a path of least resistance sort of thing. And this is the one that we did the isopurple on. Look at that. All because you go back with colorless blender after the fact. That is freaking cool. That is really cool. This whole thing, like using this is really, really cool. It's just another way to do it so you can get your gradient faster. I think, oh, you DM'd me? Okay. I think it only works though in small areas, because if you wanted to do big areas, then you wouldn't be able to do that. my gosh, Knight. This is spectacularly terrifying, but I love it. Like the tree is coming out of everywhere. What? This is intense. You can really layer colors with any color. You can. I'm just like wondering like I like how simple it was and how easy it was to just use the ceramic dish to deposit some of the ink and then pick it up with the other ink, the other nib. It kind of like reminds me of when people take two different paint colors and they put it on the same paintbrush and then they do stuff with it. Like I think you can get the same sort of effect by doing this. So that's super cool. So now, so it can, okay. I think the dish idea is pretty cool, but the problem with the colorless blender is that if you layer it with other colors too much, it'll start absorbing. So it could desaturate the blend. Yes, I agree. And I tried to do it. It's great for patterns like you made above. Yeah, I think it's great for that. And then I think it works really, really well to pre-prime the paper. Because like this is it pre-primed, and this is it just with the colorlet or the ink itself, but I think that it does help to pre-prime. Because then you're not dealing with depositing nearly as much ink to get the same effect. Because again, that's just like doing it like this makes me think of like how you deposit like salt or whatever onto a painting to like absorb the color, and it's like the one person said that it's kind of like it pushes it through, because it pushes it not just through but like back into a certain way, I'm gonna guess, as a path of the least resistance, so wherever there is already deposited color. Priming the paper with the colorless blender like you would pre-wet paper if you were using other wet mediums, it makes sense. I think you would end up using a lot though if you needed to pre-prime big areas. So it comes down probably to like what you want to use to get the effect. The change in the effect is so subtle, but I don't think that matters. Let's do it with, so when you do Copics, you can't do like technically you can't do like really big steps. Like this would be a big step, right? So let's try this. Usually you have to have like something in between, and I think the dish method helps remove the need to have nearly as much in between. I think that's the theory though, so let's see. I'm gonna put some of this purple down in the dish. Okay, and I'm gonna pick it up with this yellow-green. First, I'm gonna make sure the yellow-green. Here's our yellow-green normal, right? So now I'm gonna pick up some of the purple here. I've got it on there. Like that. Okay, now it's clean. So if I do it like that versus if I take my square, right, and I've saturated with my green, and I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna do a tip of it that's not part of that. a lot has to get put down. And now I'm going through like a very painstaking process of like how I can't as easily mix these two. I have to have something in between. What the heck would I put in between? And then now I'm just like trying to fight with these to like blend together. Using a color, it's probably not the right color to go in between the two, but I need something, right? And now it's changing the entire, and now I'm freaking out, no! Hold on, that goes to... like that. But that was so easy and it's so nice and smooth. This is using an additional color, probably not the right one. I don't think it's the right one, but that, look at that, and look how this is drying. Look at that. That's magic right here. Again, I don't know how you would do it in large scale. That will take a bit of a think, right? But it's so nice and smooth. So smooth. What happens if we take a colorless blender? Take some of this colorless blender here. Prime paper. Just use a... see, even that is not... Hot dang. Yeah, because you need to go in. You need to go in with an intermediary. Otherwise it's not gonna... things aren't gonna... and then you're gonna change how it looks. I'm gonna change the tone. It's all fighting now. Everything's fighting, it's too saturated. Ah, panic, panic! Alright. Yeah. This ceramic dish thing is my new favorite thing, I think. I think it is. Because why put so much panic and so much heartache into it if, like, this is all I need to do? You know? That was like, what, this is one go and it's done, and this is like, this takes more, I don't know, I guess skill. There's clearly, if we can do this with a ceramic dish, there's gotta be an easy way to do it without it. I don't know what that is. There's a feathering technique where like you... just really, really light, right? But even this is like, I feel the need to have like some sort of an intermediary. It's not really... working for me. That, and this is a completely different effect too, right? This is actually really cool. Combination, this like looks like it's glowing almost. So that is really cool, I think. Okay, so another thing that you can do apparently, supposedly, what big internet wants us to believe, is you can take your pencil. And a big problem with Copics is that they will smudge pencil, right? Because the lead doesn't like the Copic, it doesn't like the alcohol ink. They fight. It's a fight to the whatever. So why don't we doodle something really quick? I'm gonna just do a little quick doodle. Now, I bet this comes down to like how soft your lead is. So this is just a standard HB. But they say what you can do is you take your colorless blender, do the wider side, and then you just dot it. Just lightly tap. See, I feel like it's already like smudging it. So I don't know. You're supposed to be able to take the blender, and dot it around. And it's supposed to like lock in the pencil. So I'm literally just stamping it. I'm not trying to wiggle my marker, I'm just stamping over the pencil to see what's gonna happen. See if this actually works the way the people on the YouTube said it would. I think it's already dirty though. So we'll see. I also, though, in this theory, I want to see what happens if I were to do another one. And we're going to use the isopropyl and see what happens. Have our little kitty flower spirit. Okay. I'm gonna erase just this little portion in the circle there. Let's get the isopropyl. I don't think this is gonna work the way that one person said it would. Because I feel like it's just gonna smudge. I think it comes down to, I think it definitely comes down to like how soft your lead is. Okay, so now we're gonna give it a couple minutes for both of these to dry. And while that dries, I'm just gonna put the BRB up, and we will be back in a few minutes, like 5 minutes or so, to come back and see like what we can do with that. That'll also let me take care of, give me the time to take care of the rest of my emails really quick. Who's it? Was it, why is it? No! Go Go away. Don't want that. I want this. Okay. We will be right back. Okay, we're back. All right. So this one, clearly, the colorless blender Like, definitely, oh, let me fix my white balance here really quick. It's starting to change again. Okay. Okay. So you can tell that the colorless blender, like, definitely did some hardcore smudging in areas around here. So let's see if it smudges anymore. This I dabbed with the isopurple. So what this one YouTube person had stated was that if you covered it or you dabbed it with the colorless blender, it like locks in the lead, so then you don't have to worry about like it smudging because it's already like quote unquote locked in. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna take very light colors as well because it's very easy to see with light colors when this happens. So here's a pale pink. It's very pale. So let's try it. Let's try it on this bad boy here. Let's see if we get more smudging. We are definitely getting way more smudging. Look at that. Look at that. So we do that, and then let's pull in like a ridiculous green. Right? You're definitely in smudge land, I think. Okay. Definitely think we're there. Oh my god, the colors are everything is so dark. That's what I'm confused about. Hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna do that, and then we're going to, I guess we'll, oh, wrong way. Like that. That's a little bit better. It's a little closer. I'm just dropping color down on it, by the way. I'm not like trying to, I'm just trying to see if like we are gonna be a little smudgy boy here. I think we are. I'll do like a soft blue. This is more like a violet. Pale blue-gray. Nice there. Okay. Kind of pretty smudgy. Pretty smudgy. Now the colors ended up covering a decent amount of it. What I think is interesting with isopurple was that it didn't smudge any of this. Like, I'm running my finger over it now too, and it's not really moving. So I'm over the TFL. They keep doing strikes. They're late or don't stop. Oh, what happened? Wait, I'm sorry, what happened? The train skipped a couple. How does a train skip a couple stops? Like, I mean, okay, honestly, no, I know how it does. It just does because I've been there, out there, because it's just, there's too much weather. There's just too much weather to stop at this stop. That's ridiculous, Dan. Hi, Burr, hello, welcome in. Learning to use Copics, what's next? Learning to incorporate gold flakes into your art? Look, that would be terrifying. They say it's not safe and they keep going. Yeah, but the thing is that them saying it's not safe is usually like they saw a tiny little spot on the thing like water, like 2 drops of water on the concrete, and they're like, "No, it's not safe. Let's keep going." Yeah, enough attention to them. Yeah, they are stupid. They're so stupid. Let's art. Yeah. So I've never actually used gold flake or 24 karat gold or anything like that before. I wouldn't know what to do with it. Okay, let's see if this smudges. Oh yeah, we definitely are in Smudge City here. I'm trying to like purposely go over the lines too to see like how bad it gets. We got some smudging going on here for sure, for sure. I'm also being very lazy with this one. I want to see. I feel like it's not as smudgy. But how are you doing today, Hyper? How goes, how goes? It's proper pouring, but still, you're dry now. As long as you're dry. Have you consumed nutritional-based content today? I hope. Yes. Yes? I think I'm supposed to say yes. We're all supposed to just nod slowly. How you doing, Cindy? How's the Airbnb? Throw a little bit of a gentle purple in there. Yeah, is this the right call? It is. It is. Let's go. Let's go with something a little darker than the pale lilac. Let's just do actual lilac. Perfect. Okay. I'm doing mostly good. Thinking about setting the D&D group back up after a little hiatus. Oh, good. I'm super excited to get back into it. Eat now just in case any. Yeah. Got here not too long. Looks nice. Good. So, okay, so at the place. All right. Because of the place we're going, there is a place that we can eat at. It might be fun because it would be a group of us. It's not the best food, but it's fun and it's within the environment. So that could be cool. We'd have to do it after we've gone to the distillery though. Also, there is another place, like if we go somewhere after the distillery, there's a bunch of places because you're so close to Chinatown at that point. But I would recommend having, if you can, a tiny snack. Snack on something. Because we're going somewhere where it's very good. Okay, so I'm looking at these two, and I guess it's hard to tell because I got too excited and started like really like just I'm playing with Copics. Let's do more. Okay, a light meal first. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Big meal after. Yeah, I think something like that. Me on the other hand, I can't take my own gosh darn advice. So, I've got pretzel sticks. Let's go. Let me see if I can clean this up here. Very interesting, because then I would go back over with my marker, eat something other than pretzel sticks, as addictive as they are. God, I guess the only other thing I have in my fridge is pizza right now, and I just don't want to eat any pizza right now. I'm not hungry for pizza. It's always the struggle when I get pizza. It's all like, yeah, pizza, and then it's like, oh, but I don't want it the next day. Usually. So much cheese on it. Slice of pizza, there's so much cheese on it though. I've got nachos in bed and I'm watching your move life. Oh, Dan is calling life out. They're like, make it better, I dare you. Okay, so then let's see what happens. Responsibility flog me. Okay. So what I would say is that the colorless blender definitely smudges. So I feel like I've debunked that. The isopropyl is hard to tell. It was hard to tell. So why don't we just do something? Because I got like really excited about like, oh, I'm doing a cute little draw. So let's try just doing a line. We're gonna do a light line, and then we're gonna do a dark line. Okay, light line, dark line. Let's try it again. Thank you for the lurk. Captain out of the box closet. Oh my gosh. Okay. At least you didn't steal the frog. No one's gonna steal your frog. Okay, so I'm gonna dab it onto the light line, and I'll dab it onto the dark line. Okay. So that didn't cause it to really bleed at all, to dab that. And it might be that like it's really hard to dab with a colorless blender, you know? Because of the foam tip. Or whatever. It's not foam, is it? I can't remember what it is. So we'll let that dry. What is something else that we can do though? Because I know that there are other things that we could test. See, this is somebody, that's not what I want. I wonder if I put in clouds with Copic. How to draw clouds with Copic markers. Let's see, what do we get here? What is this? Oh, this might be what we need here. It's all in Korean. Let's go. See here. Looking at how they're doing it really quick. Ugh. Not what I needed. Nope. Not what I'm looking for at all. Okay, so we're gonna do simple cloud marker. I'm gonna see if I can find a image of what clouds look like. Or you know what, actually? Is this dry yet? Oh, this looks like it's dry. Looks like it's dry. It's dry. So now we're just gonna take a marker. Let's see, let's take the chisel tip even. Okay, so I'm gonna take a chisel tip marker and I'm just gonna scribble over them really hard and see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. All right, and now what we should be doing that I keep forgetting is we need to have a control, right? So let's do a light line. That's just pencil, and then a dark line, that's pencil. And let's see how much natural smudge happens. Right? Okay. So we can tell that there's still smudging that's going on here. It almost became streaky. Here, where it's light, there really isn't any smudging, and it's hard to tell. Let me see if I get in closer. I don't even know if the camera can understand what's going on that close though. Come on. Come on. No, I can't. Go out just a little bit. Oh, it just had to go out a tick. There we go. So you can see here it did a fair amount of smudging because the pencil was so thick. But when you look at it, when the pencil line is light and you put the isopurple on it, you dab that on it, versus when it's darker, like this is gone. Like this has been smudged away, and this is still here and it's fine. Like even here you can see some of it smudged away. It's just not as good. So I think it is about how much pressure you use on your pencil to do that. Yo, Chris, how's it going? How's it going? And the big reason that like this is a thing is because say that it's good to know this is say like I did let me just draw a ghosty. We'll just draw a ghosty. How you doing, Chris? We are experimenting and playing around with markers before I start inking all of my Inktobers, because I realized I'm not the best at it. You started coloring your works? I haven't yet, which is why I'm doing a bunch of testing stuff that I need to do to gain the confidence to start doing them, as it were. So let's say we drew a ghosty. Let's make him a, I want to get like a cute little blob of a ghost here. What if we do there? We got a cute little, it's like a blobby blob, just a little wide, cute little floofy ghost there. So if you had this, you did your first yesterday and today? Oh, nice. Heck yeah. So the idea is, I've inked this. This is such a bad inking. I'm just doing whatever. So ink it. Technically, you're supposed to let it dry, so we have to let that dry a little bit. And then when you go and erase, let's say you don't do a great job at erasing. Dabbing it with the alcohol, in theory, is supposed to mitigate the smudge. So if you do a really soft color, it's not supposed to smudge everywhere. It took me longer than I thought that it would. Oh yeah? See, I think it's gonna take me a while, and I'm so nervous about doing everything that this is why I'm doing that. So like, I can show you where we started. First, I found a website that was trying to explain the numbers. So I always knew that the letters stood for like what color family they're supposed to be going in for Copic. But I never necessarily understood what the second number and the first number and the second number meant. Well, apparently the first number is supposed to represent the saturation level of the color. And the second number is supposed to represent the hue. So this is us breaking it down into what it's saying is the saturation level. And it's supposed to be the higher the level, the lower the level, the more saturated it is, the higher the level. That's where I get confused. Because when I look at this, the higher we go up, the less saturation we have. But it's saying that like a B29 isn't as saturated as an O. Or this B29 isn't, and it might be that I put them in the wrong order, because now that I'm looking at it, I think that the B29 is much closer to the B05, which actually makes sense, because if it is a 2 on the saturation level, it's going to be more saturated, right, than the 6 or these 4s. But it's also a 9, so the value is a lot darker. So this, I think, if we wanted to do this more appropriate, where did I put my pencil? This B29 should be up here, next to the B5. And I think that that would help fix a lot of that. But then this is it based off of just what it's saying the value is. And I think that it's correct for the most part, except I really think that this B63 should be going in between the B32 and the B23. Like those should be switched. Yeah, and this 6-0 should be going below the 6-3, and it might just be that I'm getting confused with like what number goes where. I love that you're testing your tools. Yeah, I make digital works, but I also test as well. I'm impressed with how methodical you're being. I'm usually not this methodical, but I realized that I really want these pieces to come out really nice. And when it comes to traditional artwork, it very much is a one done thing for me. So I want to make sure that I test my stuff so that I know I can anticipate like what it's gonna do. Plus I was just researching. I'm like, I should actually test these things out. I'll tell you what, there's this really cool thing that you can do. Okay, so check this out here. Check this out. Okay. This is a purple and a green, just like automatically put together. Usually if you're blending, you have to have like an intermediary color, and I think I just grabbed a pink to try and like blend these out, right? This is just pure purple to green, and the way you do it is you take a ceramic dish and you deposit the ink from one of the markers onto the ceramic dish. You pick it up with the nib of the other marker, and then you're just blending it out, and that's all you do, and you get such a nice natural blend. It's like, I'm blown away by it, because I was trying to then do it just with those two colors without a middle step between the two, and like I can't figure out how to do it. That isn't to say that it doesn't exist. I'm very sure it does exist. I don't know how to do it. But like it worked because we did it here, and then we did it here, and then we did it over here as well. This is where you take and you like tap, like, that came out great, right? It's super cool. It's like so cool, man. And then like far out, this is where we took or I took like the two different markers, and you touch like the tips together pretty much. So one is supposed to be absorbing the ink from the other one, or depositing it in. I don't think that works as well, maybe because I'm not using like an ink cartridge. I think like touching the two felt tips together, you don't get as much control as you do if you are like using the ceramic dish to pick it up. But that is just there's such smooth gradients that otherwise like you can do, if you don't need to do this method if like they're pretty close, right? This is it pre-primed, this is it without it, the paper primed with colorless blender. Like you don't need to worry so much about it, but when it's colors that are so different between the two, like, yeah, it like makes life easy is what it does. Okay, so now we've got our lazy little ghost here doing a little sleep. I'm just gonna like lazily erase this, right? Like, I'm doing blah blah blah, whatever, it's a thing, we're erasing. There's clearly pencil marks still on there. So then let's see what happens when we take the isopropyl and we dab it on ink, like on marker itself. Let's see what it's gonna do, because this is just a micron. Oh, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub 3 months in advance. Heck yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna make a tiny heart because the thing is so close. Okay, so let's see what happens. I think it's gonna bleed it. I think it, because it's micron, it's gonna bleed. It's just gonna bleed the marker. But let's see. We're doing a light dab. Okay. So now we'll see what happens there. Wait, where? Okay, yeah, I already put the cap on. Boop boop. Is the goal to create a book? Of the pieces from Inktober? Yes. I'm afraid to call it a book. I'm calling it a zine. because to make it a book would be scary to me. I've had some people messaging me asking me if I'm gonna turn it into a children's book. I don't know. I'm not very good with I'm not the best with storytelling. I'd have to like ask somebody maybe to like look over my writing. And I'm almost scared. Which is silly because I'd like to do a comic at some point, but I'm scared. I think it would just be cute. It should be. I know a lot of people are telling me that. I've got people telling me that I should be putting it together as a children's book. Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. A bit of marketing and Amazon print on demand, I guess. I don't know. Like, but people have been telling me, oh, you should totally make it a children's book. Other people have been saying like, oh, zine would be perfect. And then other people, it's like, I'm getting so much amazing feedback, which is really cool because I usually don't get this much feedback. But that just makes me feel kind of like warm inside and happy because it means that like people are like enjoying it, I guess. But other people are like, oh, you should make it as coloring book pages so other people can color them, which is the intended thing for the Ko-fi and everything. Like I can put up the scans that are just the ink lines, like the line work. You have to now, it's a thing. Oh, I guess, I don't know. I have friends that have done the children's book, like illustrative market though, and it is rough. It's not an easy market. It's cutthroat. It's a cutthroat kind of place. And it's not intentionally cutthroat. It's just like I don't know. It's rough. It can just be real rough. But maybe if it's like a story I'm putting together myself and just doing on my own, maybe it'll be okay. These, the more they dry, the happier I am with them. And it's wild because if you could see it in real life, like the colors are oversaturated on screen, so they're a little more gentle. Like this dark, the shadow is a little more gentle, so it like, I don't know. It just looks cute. It looks super cute. Okay, so we're gonna try sell them in the UK and Europe. Ah, I guess if it was on Amazon, you could do that easily, huh? Okay, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna put it all over. As we continue to test this whole, this will make it not smudge thing. I'm just throwing colors on. Really rub it in here. Then we'll do just a little darker here. Okay. So let's get closer. Maybe do a Kickstarter. I could. I get nervous about Kickstarters. So, oh, speaking of which, I have a set of witch stickers that were supposed to go up as a fundraiser in October. And then the nonprofit organization took forever and a day to get back to me. We're trying to get it so that the fundraiser could be put up and then completed before the end of the year. They're waiting on getting a final signature on the letter that I need, because I need something called a letter of subordination in order to use the website that I want to use that pretty much makes it entirely transparent, so you know exactly where your money is going, you know exactly like the cost of like the stickers that you're purchasing, and then you'll know like how much is going towards the cost of getting the stickers, but then the rest of it going to the nonprofit and all that jazz. There's just like a lot of hurdles, and they've never had to do this before, I guess. So we're waiting on the signature. Once we have the signature, then I can make the fundraiser go live, and it'll be live for 30 days. And you'll get like big stickers. They're gonna be like 5 inches tall, like the size. They're gonna be, most of the stickers, the way that I have it priced out and everything, like they're gonna be the size of your hand. Oh, I gotta go back further. Like, or not your hand, my hand. They're gonna be big, like real big. And some of them will have like specialty coating on them and things like that. That it will technically be my first time like attempting some sort of a Kickstarter, because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I can learn from you if I end up doing something like that. That's nice. That's big. Yeah, they're gonna be big stickers. Like some of them will be small, some of them will be big. I don't know if I have like, I have a photo. I have a picture that I can throw up because it's been a while since y'all have seen the sticker thing, I think. Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, if you can learn. Look, I am so big on people being able, and artists being able to learn from each other. Like it's a big thing for me. So if you think that you're learning anything, like, oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. I love it. Where is... Look, it's probably not even on this computer. It's on my other computer. No, it's not there. I know I have it somewhere. You have a spot on your PC for a big sticker? Let's go. Yeah. So I think I have it set up so that people who choose to donate, they can either get the entire sticker pack. I'm trying to think how much it was for. I'm not sure. I set up all the pricing, honestly, to encourage people to get the entire sticker pack versus just a single sticker. But if people only wanted like one sticker, they could just get the one sticker, and that's fine. I bet you if I go far enough in... This only shows what I've posted. Oh god. Oh gosh, there's so many. There's gonna be so many. Ah. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it? There's so much stuff that I repost on Twitter. It's terrible. Maybe I have it in... I think I know where I have it. Go-betweens. That, no, those were the prints. That was something else. I thought I had put together... Dagnabbit. I know I have something somewhere. Is it linked in Twitter or Instagram? I'm trying to find it right now. I had it on Twitter, but I took it off as my pinned tweet because of Inktober. So the pinned tweet right now is Inktober, so trying to find it right now. And I love resharing stuff. So I'm only to October 14th on my own feed. Let's keep going down. It's October 5th. It's for 29th. So, okay, this is going to be closer. Nope. October. Here it is. Coming soon. There we go. I found it. I found it. So let me do it here, and then let me throw it up into here. So this is, these are the stickers. Yeah, so you get the entire set for eight for 25 US dollars, or it'll be $5 each. And I think the smallest ones, like size-wise, are going to be the treasure chest and like little potion bottle. But those ones are 3 inches tall. And then the herb bottle and the witch and the hat pin and the mirror and all of those ones are 5 inches tall. The mirror, the center is a reflective mirror too, so like it that one like will have a reflection on it. Let's see, the coin one is actually the coin and the treasure chest one. I think those ones are both transparent stickers, so they have like a little bit of a glow on both of them, so that will kind of show through. Yeah. You've become a major squirrel. It's okay. We've been going at it for almost 2 hours now. So like a little bit of a break, and I'm excited because like I worked so hard on these artworks, and the idea that they'll finally come to fruition and people have a opportunity to get them as stickers works. The hard part is that I have to meet my minimum I have like a minimum on how much I need to raise, and I think it's like 350 or 450, because that will cover the cost of getting the stickers printed, and it'll cover actually donating money. Like I don't want to just cover the cost of the stickers, right? What's the point in that? Because it's for a fundraiser. Not yet. Once I can get that letter of subordination, then I can then I can go live with the fundraiser. And as soon as I have it, I am going to spam it so much. Y'all are gonna hate me because it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. And I don't want it just to be successful for success sake. I love the idea of creating artwork and being able to give it to people, and it comes with like knowing that like also that money is going towards something, because I wish I had a bajillion dollars that I could turn and I could donate to companies and nonprofits and all that stuff. But I don't, because I am a poor artist. And as a poor artist, this is the best way that I can try and support those organizations. So, yeah. Ooh. These are actually really cute colors for a ghosty ghost. Look at this. Look at these. We're on fire with these cute colors going on here, huh? Okay. So I don't see much smudging going on. So I think that this thing has some validity to it. I think it's got some weight. I would be a poor artist if it wasn't for my very successful wife. Oh no. You know what? Good luck. Heckin' super luck there, yeah. So I know very well the power of the Powerballs. Like my family, usually when it gets really big, we all go in and buy tickets. Because we all have, you know, there's that rule like, okay, this is everybody. This is everybody's like thing. We're all going in on this. If any one person in the family wins, then the entire family gets a cut of it, kind of thing. Do you have to pay taxes on lottery wins? Yes, you do. You do. And so like usually there's two different ways that you can get your disbursements. You can get it in lump sums. One lump sum, which they tax heavily, but it's a one and done tax thing, right? Or you can get, when it's like big lottery winning things like that, you can get disbursements. So I can't remember if it's monthly disbursements or if it's a yearly disbursement. I want to say it's a monthly one, and they give you just like a bunch. Yeah. But you technically get more of the money if you do it in small disbursements than if you do it in one lump sum. The downside to doing it in small disbursements is you might die before you get all the money. Like, that's like one of the caveats. A monthly bunch for like, yeah. We get little under half if we win, yeah. But still, half of $1 billion, 500 million, like a person doesn't need that much money to live. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard the horror stories of what happens to people once they've won the lottery. Like, the only ones that haven't, like, ruin hasn't befallen them are the ones that win the lottery and then they just disappear. They disappear from everything. They disappear from family and friends primarily, because that's when, like, I guess family like really likes to come out of the woodworks, as though they were always around. Money changes people in a way that's just, it's rough. It can be rough, and I can attest. When money gets involved, like, I feel like when money gets involved, that's when you see a lot of people's true colors, because we live in a capitalistic society. You'll take those problems? Yeah. I mean, that's why my family's all been like, okay, if any of us win, if one of us wins, all of us wins. Like, I made a promise with my sister a long time ago where I was like, if I ever win the lottery, if I ever make it big, one of the first things I'll do, like, we all know in the family like what our steps are, and like my personal first step was, I'm gonna pay off any of my student loans, any of my bills, just pay off any of my debts. Then I would go in, pay off any of my parents' debts. The third thing that I would do, I would pay off any of the debts that my eldest sister's children might have racked up from their student loans. Gone. Just gone. And then from there, it's all like, okay, and then I give money to family and things like that. Immediate family. If I win, I'll give money to my family anyway. But that's the thing. They come at me, what they gonna do? Hire a hitman? They're broke and I'm rich. You would be surprised what people would do. Like, you get X amount and do what you want, but leave me alone. You would be surprised. You would be surprised, because it's not just like your immediate family. You'll just, like, some individuals, like, suddenly they discovered that they have a fifth cousin that they didn't know about. Or what some people ran into was family members started suing them for things. Started like threatening to take them to court for random things. Like, oh, you're a guy, and when I was 10, and I'm a female, and when I was 10, my parents let me sit in your lap. I'm gonna sue you now. Like, ridiculous level things. It's really free money that I did nothing to earn, and it's just money. People are way more important. It's true. It's true. I'm just like, gosh, there was like a documentary done on it. I don't know if it was 2020 that did it. It was just so disheartening. It's just like, oh, that's right. We live in a world where this is what happens. This is what people do. And that makes me very sad. Okay, so I want really, really soft colored clouds. What's this? Green. But I want them to have like a little bit of a sunsetty look to them. So I'm thinking light reddish yellow. Let's look what this color is. Let's look at that one. Because I need to put that down before I put the sky stuff down. That might actually be a good color. Oh, that's too dark. No, that's too dark. There's too much in it. I should have known. It's a 3-1. Okay. Let's see, what's this? There's always eggshell. Eggshell might be where we go. Eggshell might be where we start, I think. Do eggshell, and then what is this? Pinkish white. No. Where's my blue shadow? ¿Dónde está el blue shadow? Azul. Oh, I don't know what shadow it's. Universal. It's more of a jealousy thing, universal grief. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Gray. It's just, I don't know. Thankfully, like, I think the most my mom ever won was a couple. Which is, that in itself is wild because, like, you have to pay taxes on that. So I remember growing up, she would always hold on to all of her lottery tickets, like the ones that she didn't win any money on. And it was because she would also go to the racetracks, and she did like the slots there, and she would bet on the horses. I think it was horses. There once in a while. And if you win big, but you can prove that you've had a certain amount of loss, at least this is what it used to be. I don't know if it still is anymore, right? But if you could prove that you had a certain amount of loss, then you didn't have to pay as much in taxes because you proved that you put so much into gambling that like you lost a certain amount of money. Plus the need to feel that you're at least in control of your financial needs. Yeah. I remember during when the Panini really started, there was like, I think it's Stanford like does free classes, like online classes that you like can check out and stuff, which is pretty cool. But they were like talking about, or they had a class that essentially like people signed up for, and it was about it was like the road to happiness or something, or like what does it take to actually be happy. And one of the things that they talked about was money. That was the big thing. And it was so wild because they're like just casually talking about like how much money do you really need to feel happy? Like how much money is too much money where like you start seeing a loss in it. And they're like, yeah, no, you don't start seeing, you start seeing a loss at like I think they were saying after you make, it's either 75,000, I think it's 175,000. At that point, like your happiness starts going down and starts diminishing. And it's all like, that's cool. I would love to have like that much money a year. Like I would love my salary to be that. That would fix so many problems. But it was so weird because like it was being pushed to a bunch of people who definitely made nowhere near that much money. So it's like all these rich people being all like, oh hey, so you know, this is really all the money you need. And it's like, I don't even have that. What do you want from me, buddy? What do you want from me, pal? If I ever told y'all I don't know how to do clouds. Clouds scare me. Like hardcore. did that? Where was that? There it is. Yes. Yeah. Put this one in. Because okay, and now I've got this green down here. I want to. Okay, I like this. Yellow green, I think, is gonna work well. I need a brighter green. What is this? This seems like it's gonna be way too bright. Oh no, it's not even bright. It's like, this looks like it should be like super bright, but it's not. Let's see. Oh, this is more of a good green. I need something with a little more yellow in it than yellowish green. That was way too dark. I mean, it works, but I think it works as like a... Okay, so maybe this is just our brightest. No, we gotta have something brighter than that. We could like this. Okay, we'll go with this one. Just want to saturate paper real good here. This, because this is our main green. Oh boy, this is scary. This is scary. I'm scared. Now let's put our new deep in here. And I'll put in some blue. Ooh, actually this is like a grayish olive. There's red in this. Oh, let's go. Let's see here. This. That, and then let's go back to our green here. Let that dry. Yeah. Here you don't pay taxes on gambling, and for stocks you can declare losses to reduce how much you pay. I would rather be sad with 175,000 than sad with 175,000 than sad with 175. That's true. This is true. This is very true. I think it's a different level of sad. I think you can declare losses on stocks here as well, but like taxes are confusing for me out here. Like they're just confusing in general, I think. Okay, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try our, so what if I do that to this one? Yes. We're gonna try our little method, up here again. So I'm gonna take the sky and we're gonna end on Coral Sea. I think is the, wait, is that the one that I grabbed? Yes, yes, okay. So we're gonna start by putting some of this in here. Gonna pick it up with our Coral Sea one. Let's see if we can do this. Let's go. works. It's harder when it's bigger, but can also just blend it down now. If it worked and it didn't. And I'm actually going to pull in some of this blue here to just really... My light is too bright now. Oops, wrong way. There we go. It's a little... There we go. And now let's grab the eggshell. And we're gonna try and push this out a little bit more. Have to go in and do... That's dry. No, that's not dry yet. Ooh, okay. I think I can... Let's try this one. This one, Nile green. Ooh. Got the blue in it. Let's go. Definitely need that. Let's try putting some purple in there. So a little bit into purples. A little bit in here, a little bit in there as well. Nice to have them included. It adds more dimension. And as always, if you're gonna put it in one spot, put it in another. Always put it in another. Okay. There's a lot of blue-green going on there, so I'm gonna, because it's so far away, and the atmosphere is like taken over. I'm gonna put some of this here, like in the shadows. Let's see if this works. Shadow. Start with a lighter green. Is this the Mia? This is yellow green. This is pink. I'm gonna start building. And the idea with trees, as always, is you're not trying to make the tree, you're trying to make something tree-like. So you want it to have tree-ish qualities. But you're not making trees, per se. I'm not like drawing a triangle for a pine tree or anything like that. I'm going through and just slightly layering. Color. I'm dabbing, is what it's called. Dab. Swoosh splotches. Actually, this should be a little more, let's blend the creation. You love it? What? Has the headphones on. Noise cancellation made it worse than it was. What? That noise? Which noise? What noise was it? Sorry, I just noticed. I'm like getting into it. Getting into the... trying to at least here. Bringing this in.
Too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid.
Moss, you're gonna be the boss right now. Just gotta keep pushing. into this. Because that's what that is. Area definition. This here. Okay. Now hold this up so that I think it's coming along. I think we're getting there. We're figuring things out. Oh, was a bit when you use the ceramic tray. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Don't worry, I already changed to normal audio. Okay. Super sorry. actually try doing this, but why don't we use the colorless blender? Where did I put it? There it is. Oh ho ho. Did we just do a little, did we just do this? Something that I just did? It's itty bitty, but it's mine. I feel like I need to... just not you know what I could do too? Oh, I can do the silly thing. Oh, this looks so cool. I did this. This is something I did. Okay, I wonder what happens if I then take my cool shadow and I'm just gonna go over all of this. Just to pull that all down. There we go. Look what we made. Oh, that's so cool! And it is 5:30, which means I have to get going. So I timed this beautifully. I timed this perfectly. Just perfectly. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone that I can... Heck yes. Heck yes, we got a little koala. Ran out of looking goods. Oh, you might have. I have it so that there can only be so many per stream. Let's see. Killa is Slavenstein. What's Killa working on right now? Character. Oh, okay. So super chilled vibes here. Little more chaotic over at Koala's stream, but I love sending y'all over there because he is great vibes and he's silly and he's an amazing artist. So this is really cool. Look how big, like, this is a tiny little piece too. But look at all the testing that we did. Like, check this out. And because of all that testing, I did a landscape. I've never done one before. Stop keeping the love. Oh no, Jenga. So I'm going to send us all on over to Killa. Check him out, or Koala. Check him out. If you like him, please drop him a follow. If you're subscribed, you can use that raid. If you are not subscribed, you can use this raid. I will be back. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll be back. I want to say I'll be back Friday, probably in the evening, around 6, between 5, well, maybe 5 p.m. Pacific time. I might go on earlier depending on what my workload is, and if I do, it'll just be like more fun Copics stuff, because this is like I'm super jazzed about this right now. I can't even, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so if you're not following me right now, make sure you give me a follow so that you know when I'm going live. Otherwise, you can always follow me on the Instagram or the Twitter, or you can join our Discord. All will give you information as to when I am going live. If you'd like to, you can also support me through purchasing something on my store, or you can do stuff on my Ko-fi. That does my stream elements. That is not my Ko-fi. I have to fix that. That's very upsetting. Why did you mess it up, Jenga? Jenga, how did you mess that up? And why is it you didn't notice it until last stream that you did that? I'll get it fixed. Anyway, but until then, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. If you're watching right now in this live stream, or you're watching it later as a VOD, thank you. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate all the support, and it makes my heart warm. Yeah. And I will see you next time. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.